Hey, welcome back to Rock Stardust. My name's Robbie. Today we're having a look at the Speakeasy, which was known as the Speak and was a late night watering hole for the shakers and movers of the music industry, from December 1966 through to June 1978. Look, before we get into it, please remember to subscribe, leave your comments in the comment section. It was great help. So cheers. Speakeasy was located on Margaret Street, London. It's like a basement location. And famously, Jimi Hendrix played there on a number of occasions. I think it's Deep Purple had their first ever gig there, Mark II lineup. And the Who very much immortalised the Speakeasy with their song, off the Who Sells Out, called Speakeasy, which simply puts it in perspective: speak easy, drink easy, and pull easy. Yeah, so the Speakeasy had an incredible roll-up of talent. Like, it's a who's who of the music business, you know what I mean? So bands that played there, just to name a few, included the Beatles, Bob Marley, Cockney Rebel, Crazy World of Arthur Brown, Deep Purple, Ginger Baker, Jeff Beck, like I said, Jimi Hendrix, King Crimson, Mothers of Invention, Pink Floyd, Yes, Eric Clapton. There's so many. That's just the starting point, really. But hey, Eric Clapton launched Derek and the Dominoes there. He was a regular as well. And at the time when all those signs of, Clapton as God were up, he was famously known for having a very complicated pickup line, which was, "Hello, my name is Eric Clapton." And that's all he did. So Rod Stewart would sing for pints of beer there. Keith, Richards would just hang out and jam. And people like Bob Dylan and Mark Bolan popped in on a regular basis too. So the Speakeasy really was psychedelically embellished, when it was first set up, and was full of rock and roll royalty. Socializing and just hanging out, and a space where they could do so, free from the public, but just, more as kinsmanship amongst the industry. But there was some crazy antics going on, and no surprises here. Keith Moon was a fixture. When he wasn't trying to join the bands on stage, he was letting off stink bombs or having food fights. Mushy Peas was his ammunition of choice, and he would be getting into all sorts with his good mate Oliver Reed, the famous actor, and dropping their trousers, dancing on the bar, and throwing chairs around, and Keith Moon, having a bit of fun with the Swedish waitress in the fire exit. Some other notable events at the Speakeasy, the Beatles had a party for the Monkees there in 1967, a private party. Well, I'd love to have been at that. David Bowie performed there as Ziggy. The Sex Pistols played their last ever, concert there in 1976. Elvis Costello also mentioned the club in his song London's Brilliant Parade. Joe Strummer got beaten up there by a teddy boy friend of John Lydon and lost a tooth. Remember those photos of Joe when he had no tooth? And Robbo, as I've discussed from Thin Lizzy, the famous situation where he got his hand cut and, killed off their US tour in support of Jailbreak. Anyway, Paul Weller also knocked out Sid Vicious there after Sid Vicious headbutted him, and Paul gave him a bit of a slap. So that's another classic. The thing about that club, you couldn't just go there. You had to have membership, or you had to know somebody very tight in that music industry. So they had a lot of fun and antics, but it was very much a private club. But it would have been one hell of a cool place to go. I mean, just imagine, bumping shoulders with some of those stars, you know. But yeah, apparently when you went up to the club door, you had to knock on the door, and there was a peephole, and they would like suss you out before letting you in. And the design was actually based on that like whole prohibition period. So it was like a secret little door that you went through. So it was all based around that. But not amazing days. It's just like great for the imagination to think about. But there were other clubs as well, like the Troubadour and others. But the Speakeasy does come up a lot. It has intrigued me, so definitely something to touch on and look at more deeply. But look, if you do enjoy this kind of material, please do subscribe, hit the like button and leave a comment. That would be great. Catch you next time.